quantum wellness, quantum technology, and how it's changing so many lives across the world, okay? So first, let's go with the disclaimer. The InfoBoost does not diagnose or treat any type of medical conditions. This is a wellness app, not a medical device. And today on the call, guys, we have Steve Niken. We also have Malik Amir, and we're gonna tag team this overview so we can give you guys some different angles to hear this great information from. So Steve, how is the quantum energy wellness different from other supplements?
The best part about this is that it's energy based and it's transmitted straight to your body right through the app. No pill forms, no supplements, no shake, no potions, lotions, or anything like that, orally or topical that you need. It's just, you just turn on the Info Boost and you run it for 10 days and forget about it, set it and forget it, and it provides everything you need for your body's nutrition.
Awesome, awesome. You can actually go up to 14 days, but 10 days is definitely recommended, you know, for the custom boost. That's awesome. And it is a personalized solution. Unlike other health supplements, which are the same for everyone, this is very personal. When you do a spark scan, the Limbic Arc system in the brain gets connected to the cloud through an app. We use our app kind of like a remote control, okay? Once the connection is established and it extracts the information from your body, all the deficiencies and abnormalities are detected, and the exact ingredients that are required by your body are determined from the Info Boost. The Info Boosts are specific to you and your body's requirements. This energetic information keeps your body happy and healthy. So this technology is customized through your voice, through the Spark Scan, guys. Now, Malik, what's the success rate here?
So this is really powerful. The success rate is actually about 100%. So there's no person that has actually tried the Info Boost that has complained. Every person comes back with a smile, and everyone is completely satisfied with the results that they've been getting from this amazing technology.
Are there any side effects?
There are no known side effects, and there's no underdose, there's no overdose. And this is the biggest advantage of having an Info Boost, and it's pure energy. It basically detoxifies the body's environment, and there are no known side effects to this Info Boost, which makes it extremely powerful. And it gives you 100% of all the nutrients that you need, the botanicals, the vitamins, minerals, and essential oils, rather than trying some physical products that don't give you the full effect.
Wow, so this technology is super great, guys. I mean, the thing is, what Malik just said is that it's giving you the energy information from all these nutraceuticals, essential oils, and botanicals coming straight to your receptors through your limbic system in your brain. So, Steve, it works on a cellular level, right?
Yeah, it does. And it nourishes, each and every cell in your body. It goes right to the cellular level of to what it needs in your body particularly. Whatever you take orally just goes in your stomach, it gets ingested and absorbed in the body. There's also a possibility the receptors in your body might block the absorption of the nutrition that's orally ingested because of the toxins, dysbiosis, and all of the things that we have that negate all of the nutrient uptake. You don't have to worry about that with this.
Wow. Now, is it safe for all age groups?
Absolutely. Children, adults of any age, the elderly, people with prosthetics, orthopedic replacements, pacemakers, pregnant women, people from all walks of life. There is no negative things here, so it can't have any adverse effects on anybody.
Awesome, awesome. So again, guys, this is the disclaimer. The Info Boost does not diagnose or treat any medical conditions. And what I like to do now is I like to open it up for individuals that's been having some different experiences using the technology. Is there anyone here that would like to give a quick little testimonial? Please raise your hand, and we'll go ahead and unmute you.
Karen, would you like to share? You're unmuted.
Okay. Well, actually, I've tried many of the info boosts and had great results with focus, energy, digestion. Um, I've created one for weight loss, but I think the biggest one to share is related to digestion and my stomach issues because they've been going on all my life. And I had given up hope that there was any solution out there. I've just been putting up with pain and bloating and stomach cramping and for years. I mean, ever since I was a little child, I remember having severe stomach aches. And sometimes I can eat something, usually something that's unnatural, has GMOs in it, and I have to head straight to the bathroom. I can't even digest it. So the very first one I spent the biggest block of time with was digestion. And like you said, it's not a complete cure. I still have, if I sit down and have buttered popcorn from the movie theater tonight, I'm going to be in trouble because of the kind of butter that they use. But overall, long term, I don't have the bloating anymore. And I don't have the constant cramping. I have now I got to work on weight loss because I've got like jello in the pouch. So instead of looking like I'm pregnant, I'm bouncing around. But just to be honest, it's the biggest relief to find relief. And I don't look at it as a cure all, and I don't think anybody should because that wouldn't be real. But to find some kind of relief, and in my case, major years worth of erasing all that discomfort. Now, once in a while, I am going to have buttered popcorn, and I'll put up with the cramping, but it's just amazing, and it's hard to wrap your head around it because it's so scientific, and I'm not a scientist. I have to really work at understanding this and work harder to be able to explain it even a little bit. But having a solution is just a big blessing.
Especially being
Absolutely.
72 years old and trying everything under the sun, right?
Yeah. And even, surgeries, and I can't tell you how many prescriptions and specialists, and it just goes on and on. I could probably put on a whole seminar about it. But I'm just very, very grateful and committed to keep learning what I need to learn and find people who need this kind of help.
Thank you for sharing, Karen. And we're glad that you feel better because, the digestion levels, my family struggles with that. And that's a big problem in United States of America, period, and I'm glad that we have something that's non-medical, like non-pharmaceutical and, things of that nature that have side effects, you know what I mean, to help you and everyone else, including my family, including myself, with the digestion, which I use myself, because of my problems and my health and stuff and my digestion, and stuff like that. So that makes me very happy,
Well, what I love most is, there's no inventory. I don't have to buy a bunch of products and keep them, on shelves somewhere in my home. I don't have to spend I've been on programs where I've spent tons of money to try to fix these issues. And
Yep.
Sometimes they would go away for a short period of time as long as I spent my $300 or $400
right?
or whatever it cost. And but then they turn around and come right back.
Yeah, and you know what? That's us all, because when you're aching and you're in pain and you're trying to survive, through the day and with your health, you're willing to spend hundreds of dollars a month, like the probiotics that my family uses. We spend hundreds of dollars a month each person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a big deal to find comfort and relief, you know what I mean? We'll do whatever it takes to feel good and be alive,
Yeah, and each body's different, has different requirements, responds differently to anything and everything. So you do have to play around with it a little bit. And just for fun, I had pizza last week, and I didn't need the calories, but boy, did it taste good. Had no cramping and no bloating.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yes. Is there anyone else out there that has any experiences they like to share? Okay.
I could share something. So I've been trying this amazing technology for about 90 days now. I think I'll be 90 days on the 11th of this month, right? So when I first decided that I wanted to, go on this journey, I was going on this journey because I wanted to better my health. And just so you know a little bit about my story, I was actually hit by a car when I was 11 years old. I broke my hip, but didn't realize it was broken. So I was walking back home with my bicycle. By the time my adrenaline stopped rushing through my body, I realized that something was wrong and I had to go to the emergency room. So long story short, I ended up in a full body cast. I couldn't go to school anymore. I basically couldn't do anything for over 6 weeks, and I had to learn how to walk all over again. So from that time, I've suffered with a lot of pain inside of my body and things like that. I also got into some other car accidents that were pretty major that contributed to it. So I was taking a lot of ibuprofen for the past 10 years, huge bottles of ibuprofen, right? And I used to also have to take Flexerol, which is a muscle relaxer, before I go to sleep every single night. So this was my condition, and I was suffering from a lot of pain. And, just to be able to cope with the pain, I was taking so many medications that I felt like it would damage my organs inside of my body. So thanks to this amazing technology, before I go to sleep at night, I'll put it on a setting which is called sleep, and then I'll put on another one which is called pain relief. And these are the two info boosts that I tried out first. And it really took away all of my pain that I had in my body. I would wake up in the morning feeling fully refreshed like a newborn baby. And this was something that was phenomenal to me, and it definitely changed my life. And then from that point, I decided that I wanted to share this with other people.
Awesome testimonial, my friend. Wow.
I wanna piggyback on that and follow with my personal testimonial, which was from actually a couple of days, because the kind of person that I am, I'm always going to be testing the waters. I'm always going to be pushing the limits of whatever I have, product, service, or tool, because that's the only way that you can find out what you need to know and the effectiveness of it, right? And especially me being a 2-time cancer survivor and, almost losing my life twice terminally in the same year, 7 years ago, I've struggled with a lot of things. I've changed my diet, my balance of my whole lifestyle and things like that to correct all the permanent and short-term side effects that I've been dealing with for 7 years. So over the course of the last few days, I just had a severe flare-up of pain, and like the pain where it just makes your eyes, tear. Like that's pain. You know what I'm saying? Like when your eyes tear up from pain and you can't hold it back, that means it hurts. You know what I mean? And I actually a couple of days ago was on this call doing this training, and I never black out my screen, and you guys know that, right? So I blacked out my screen a few times because I was in so much pain. I was just like clenching. I was just like, like what can I do? And then I forgot that, we have a pain info boost. And then it just came to me while we were talking and somebody mentioned it. And then I turned on the pain info boost right at that moment. And then I came back on. And I swear, man, like I've never had relief that quick. I mean, even pills, they take like an hour, half an hour. I mean, I've taken like a leave, whatever it is, Motrin. I mean, everything it takes, like I'm still in pain for 30, 45 minutes. It just depends if it's time release capsule or whatever, right? So I turned that thing on, man, and that pain was just gone. And I was like in shock because I want to know if these things really work, and what the best way to do it is to tackle it myself, and find that experience. And so that was a big deal to me, because even pain medicine, it doesn't take the pain away all the way, because it's just telling your brain that the pain's not there. It's not actually tackling the pain, and I believe this tackled the pain because it wasn't any kind of sensation or anything of pain there left, And another one of the things that I deal with as a long-term side effect now, after maximum chemo and everything like that, every night when I used to go to sleep, it didn't even matter if I had my air conditioner on, blowing right on top of me, keeping me cool at 71 degrees. That's pretty cold for most people, but I would still be sweating from my head all the way down to my toe. My pillow, would be in a puddle, my whole bed. But for 5 weeks, I've been using this technology. And from the first week, I didn't even notice this until a couple of days ago. I was like, guess what, man, I don't gotta, wash my sheets every like 3 days. Like, that's a big deal. That's a lot of laundry, right? And so I just realized it a couple of days ago, and I shared it with you guys a couple of days ago, that I'm not having that issue and that problem. And that's a big deal. I try to change my diet. I try to do all of these things that I read about, to try to counter that. But I thought there was no end to that, So that's a big deal for me, such a big relief, because you can't sleep when you're going through that kind of stuff. I wake up, heat, hot flashes, sweating in a wet bed. It's not comfortable. It doesn't help you get the sleep and rest that you need. And that's a big impact for me. Like you can see in my face, like even my whole status of my face is just that, it's there. The sleep is getting there. The rest is happening in my body. And that's a big deal for me, because I go so hard every day, 7 days a week, from sun up to sundown. And I need that rest,
Absolutely.
Nice. That's a great testimonial, Steve and Malik. Wow. Well, is there anyone else that want to share something? I think I said John. John, you're muted.
Yes, sir. Greetings and welcome to the call, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Yo, this app has changed my life for the better in a 360-degree aspect that I wasn't even expecting. I tried this. Jamel sent it to me, and I didn't try it for the first couple of weeks. So I went and looked it out, read the information, and I'm in disbelief. I'm like, okay. And then after a while, my pain started getting to me. I mean, literally, the biggest problem for me is stop processing, because I went through traumatic brain injury in 2009. I got pummeled, and I, had water and blood on the brain and all kinds of stuff. I had tracheotomies and was in the hospital for like 2 months, in a coma for like 3 days, in a medically induced coma so my brain could heal and whatnot. But for this last 10 years, before I started using this technology, I've just been in like super doubt mode, super no confidence and super feeling the effects of just not being able to think right, not to mention my back pains, my neck pains. I'm a security guard, and I've been on the computer working, doing telemarketing, sitting with the slouch back. I have bad back problems, had back problems, like ever since I turned these info boosts on. Like it's really, I feel my body healing itself from the inside out. And when it talk about how it clears the pathways for our receptors to accept the nutrients that we can extract from the foods, you know what I mean? Like I can feel my body doing that. I can feel my body benefiting from that. I wake up and first thing in the morning, I'm up. You know what I mean? Where I used to be lethargic and lay around for a little while, but I get up and I'm full of energy and I'm thankful for life every day. My mind is constructively building always. Now I feel there's nothing that can stop me from achieving what's necessary for my walk in life, to fulfill my purpose. And I'm just so thankful for God leading this into my life through the people that are in this group, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful for everybody sharing their testimony, because that's what makes it real, because there is no disbelief, because everybody else, we're all getting similar effects as, specific to our issues that we deal with. It's a beautiful thing. I encourage everyone to learn as much as you can about this technology. It's really a game changer.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. That's awesome right there, man. That is super. When you hear testimonies like that, it just gives you chills in your body, and you're just so thankful that a person could really experience such a blessed opportunity like this. And this is life changing, like you said. It's changed his life. And for me, guys, I'll give you a quick overview about my path with this Limbic Arc. This is actually my 91st day being a part of this. I started on December 5th. And so, I had super doubt as well, but, I understand that technology and energy is real, right? So being in the martial arts industry with Kung Fu, I understand the chi and channeling your chi and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, right? So initially, I wanted it to, help me with energy and, kind of repairing some pain that I have. But, the biggest issue that I've always suffered my whole entire life has been asthma. And so when I turned on this application and I spoke through the Spark scan, and the first two items that came up was for respiratory and asthma. And I'm like, wow. I mean, they didn't take no blood from me. They didn't, go look at my medical histories. None of that. How does it know I have respiratory problems that I always took a inhaler around everywhere I go? So that blew me away first and foremost. So I said, okay, I got to start taking a little better look at this. So it recommended several different ingredients that I had to, activate. So I activated these ingredients, and right away I start feeling some relief in my chest. And so going on, I started eating different foods that would normally flare up my asthma. And, having the boost on, having the allergy on, and having the custom on, it just lowered the pressure in my chest. And so for 90 days now, I've been using this technology, 91 days now. And it's just been, my breathing has been like, I got fresh oxygen coming in. I mean, I'm even hearing better. I'm smelling better. I'm breathing better. My workout in the Kung Fu studio is even better. I'm not getting tired and short of breath. I just got so much airwaves open, seem like. It's just unbelievable. It's hard to explain, but I believe that my asthma has, went at least 80% gone. 80% at least.
Wow.
And so I'm just so excited about this asthma. I just want to this whole relief from asthma. I mean, having it over 30 years, you would definitely know a difference. So me having this asthma all this time and being able to experience this right here, and then I look forward to being like Ron Spence. He said in 4 months, or right under 4 months, his asthma is gone completely. That's what I'm waiting for. I want 100% gone asthma, and I'll be able to really just, I just share this with the whole world, right? So I'm sharing it with the whole world now, and I'm at 80%, to where I believe it's 80% gone right now. And
That's
so
incredible.
much. Say what?
That's incredible. 80% gone in 90
I say
days.
80% gone in 91 days. I don't want to get
91
that
days.
You
So
know what?
91 days, I'm feeling like Superman over here. I could run a mile with no problem. Breathing. No, normally I have some breathing issues. I have to stop and walk. Now I could just run and don't even have to worry about it, feels like. So
And
I'm
you
excited
know what?
about this technology. I'm feeling 100% better than I did, 90 days ago for sure.
And
So,
you know what? I wanted to elaborate on what's going on around the world right now with so much sickness and coronavirus, and everybody falling out all over the planet, right?
yes.
And you have another powerful testimonial that also affected you that has to do with sickness and like the coronavirus, flus and colds and stuff like that. Can you elaborate on your personal experience with that part of it? Because that part of it is pretty powerful with people that have a household of your size with 6 children, and your wife, you have a household of 8. So can you share with us that?
Absolutely. For the last 25 years, we've been, when the flu season hit, everyone in my household gets sick, guys. Every single person. And then I get it sick the worst because I have respiratory problems, right? So when you have respiratory problems and you get the flu, I mean, it just hits you 10 times harder, right? So this year, I did something different. And the only thing different I did was use the remote control on my phone here, right? To where I turned on the microbials. And these are like 14 different essential oils that's historically known to kill viruses and fungus and what have you, right? So I activated this custom boost called microbials. And when everybody was getting sick in my household, I didn't get affected at all. So I was a little nervous at first, like, oh man, here it comes. I already know it's coming, right? It's been 25 years. You just know it's coming. So anyway, it never touched me. And so what I did is I let my wife use it. And then in 24 hours, she got better. So I said, okay, cool. So I went and let my kids use it. And then in 24 hours, they got better. And my last one, my last son, he's 20 years old. And he was so sick. He was like, he got it. He was the last person to get it, but he was so bad. So I gave him the info boost. I set it up for him, the microbials. He could barely even talk into the mic. And so I'm telling this story. I think I was on the phone with you, Malik, telling this story to someone. And I had my phone camera on, and I'm driving. And I said, is that my son? And he was running across the freeway, because it's an overpass freeway. He was running across full speed. And I turned my camera around. It was him. run. I'm like, what, you just sick, like, oh, deathbed yesterday? And it was, you know, he was like, I'm feeling good. So this technology is amazing. Everyone has different experiences with it. And just to have this in your families and just turn your families onto this, I mean, as many people that you love, just share this opportunity with them, because this is life-changing. You know, again, you know, we don't want to say we're a medical device, but giving the body what it needs to get back into balance is key here. And you don't have to take any physical product, you know. So that's my story. That's amazing for me, you know.
Wow, I hadn't heard that story before, Jamel. That is amazing.
Right. That's
Yeah,
why I wanted him to share it, because I didn't think everybody knew about it, because he doesn't talk about it very much, you know.
Right.
So that was important right there, especially the magnitude of what goes on for 25 years in his family. That's a big deal right there. When you can cut that vicious cycle that we all been in, that right there is just like a life-changing event in its own, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to add one thing. You know, when there's a long history of pain, for instance, whether it's in the gut or cancer or car accidents or inability to breathe, you know, in a normal way, what goes with that is brain fog. And I can go back in time, and because my gut was always hurting on and off so much of my life, I have gaps in learning. Especially one of my weaknesses is computer skills. And I could be taught something, and then, you know, 3 days later, a month later, I swear I never learned it before. And with this focus and energy, the two info boosts combined, that brain fog totally disappears. And then you combine that with less pain from whatever your dis-ease has been.
Yes.
It improves the quality of life to a point that hasn't been experienced before.
And that's what this device is for. This is what this technology is for, right there. Improve the quality of life. So improve your quality that whatever you're dealing with right now, have it to where you could deal with it better, you know, and eventually put the body back into balance, and then you'll be able to really enjoy the quality of life, right?
Welcome, Jay. You have something to share with us? Are you there?
Well, that seems like we got some good testimonials here. Oh, Jay, there you go.
I can't
come to the Zoom.
camera at the moment. We're recording. Hey, y'all. Well, the latest thing is I noticed that my insomnia has really, really improved. That's what I'm really excited about. I posted somewhere in the group that I was struggling with getting up at 5 a.m. this week because the sleep been too good. So that's what I'm really excited about right now.
Nice.
3 more pounds down, and we'll see how it goes next week.
Wow. Can you elaborate on that 3 more pounds down? Is that because you haven't been able to lose weight because of a certain condition you have, correct?
Yeah. I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition, an autoimmune disorder. And so it's a struggle for me to lose weight, especially if I'm not really on top of my nutrition. And I still struggle with that. I've had some strides with that actually lately, maybe also due to some nice digital assistance. But yeah, I was struggling to lose weight like all of last year. I was actually gaining weight at a scary pace. And I was scared I might have PCOS as well. And so now it's been nice over the last 6 weeks. I've lost about 15 pounds, and we're gonna keep rolling.
Congratulations, that's a huge loss.
Wow,
right
that's
there.
huge. 15 pounds.
We didn't even know
That's
that.
incredible. Thank you for sharing that, Jay.
Absolutely, guys.
That's the one I'm turning on next.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm gonna put that one on. And what's cool, we have so many different formulas. We have a great formula site called what is it? It's quantumenergyinfo.com, and we have all types of formulas there that kind of enhance, you know, what we have. And a lot of research has been done. So we have some good technology, guys. Try it, you know, and share your results with us. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and blessings.